Hello, welcome to this How Do I video on how to backup and restore tenants in Microsoft Dynamics NAV Management Portal. In this video, you will learn how you can work with tenant data files to backup and restore your tenants. As usual, we will get there by going through these steps. Step 1, I will explain how to provision a new tenant from a custom backpack file. Step 2, I will explain how to take a backup of a running tenant. And finally, step 3, I will show how to restore from a backup. Let's take a look. When you create tenants in the management portal, these tenants, by default, are created using the tenant backpack file which you uploaded to the application version. We also call it tenant template. But what if you would like to use a custom backpack file to provision one of your tenants? Let's see how this can be done in the management portal. In order to do that, I need to give the tenant a name, specify the country, and now I need to upload the backpack file which I want to use to provision this tenant. I can either do it by clicking the Assist Edit button in the tenant data and click New, or I can navigate to the list of tenant data files and then add the new data file using this page. On this page, I need to give this data file a name. Then I need to browse for my backpack file that I want to use to provision this tenant. Once the file is selected and the name is defined, the program starts uploading the file into the service. You can observe the upload process directly on this page. Now the upload is completed, and I can go back to the list of application tenant data files and can see that my custom backpack is now uploaded, and I can use it to provision my new tenant. Back to the tenant card, I go to the tenant data field and select the backpack which I've just uploaded. Now this custom backpack is going to be used to provision this particular tenant. Please make sure that the schema of this tenant database matches the schema of your application. Otherwise, the provisioning will not succeed. Now, I simply need to go to Actions and click Provision. Back to the tenant list, my shop for tenant is now provisioning based on the custom tenant template. And the tenant is now provisioned. Now let's take a look at a couple of more scenarios where tenant data files can be used. For that, we'll go to the card of one of the active tenants and navigate to the list of tenant data files. On this page, you can take backups of your active tenants. To do that, simply click Backup, agree to the dialog, and the portal will start creating a backpack file for you. Your tenant is fully operational during this process. Once the backup is created, you will see the download link displayed in the download field. If you want to download this backpack on-prem, you can just click on this URL and download the file. The backpack file is now being downloaded, and you can now see it in the downloads. Please note that your browser can rename this backpack file into zip. However, this file is in fact a backpack, so simply rename .zip extension to .backpack. On the same page, you can restore your tenant from one of the backups you took previously. In order to restore a tenant, simply select the line you want to use for restoring and click Restore. Please read this dialog carefully because it contains important information about the point-in-time history. Click Yes if you agree to continue. And when you go back to the page of the tenant, you can see that the tenant is now provisioning. Now, to sum it up, tenant data files can be used to provision new tenants based on the custom backpack file, to back up your tenants and download the backpack file on-prem, and to restore your tenants from a backup that you created previously. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.